What's up, everybody? This is the Voice of Meco, episode 3, and today we're going to be discussing a question came up: why do black men tend to leave their families more than families of other races? And this is a question that a lot of people don't want to ask, and these questions aren't to offend anybody. It's just questions people want to know answers to, or find answers to, because a lot of times we don't know. So first I'm going to answer this question, and I'm going to have someone call in. I believe that black men leave their families more than other races is because it's probably reported more in the black community. It is probably complained about more in the black community by the black women, because of the fact that some black women say that all men are the same. Also white women, Mexican women, you name it, they say the same thing. But I feel like it's complained about more in the black community, so it's more of a problem. I think that any man that leaves their families is a loser, period. I don't care what race they are. My dad left my mom when my mom had me, and he came around maybe 4 times out of my lifetime that I can remember. And now he wants to be a part of my life. Am I putting my business out on Facebook? No, I do not care. But it's the truth. You don't let statistics say that a young man has to have a father to become a good man, because he doesn't. It takes a strong mother to raise a good child to be something in life. And you got weak parents and weak women that can't raise a boy and think they can't handle him because they're scared of him. But no, you start at a young age. And and this is like we talked about in episode 2, you beat the brakes off of them. You don't spare that rod, baby. You have a problem. But maybe some black men don't have a lot of money. You know, maybe when they have the kids, they feel like they're not ready for it, so they get afraid and they just leave. And then you have a lot of women that influence some of these men, like their moms. And you know, if a woman got pregnant and the guy told his mom, she's quick to say, "Is it yours? You better get a DNA test," so the guy gets scared and he leaves. And point blank, man, don't have unprotected sex if you're not ready to be a dad or a mother. And women, stop blaming everything on a man, because it also takes two. You quick to blame a man for everything. Oh, he left me. Dudes ain't nothing. You know, if he wasn't ready to have a child, he shouldn't have had sex. Don't act like you was ready to have a child. You had no choice. You got to carry it. It's easier for you to say that because you're the one that carried that child for 9 months, and you're the one that's pregnant, going through the emotions. And it's easy for you to accept that responsibility way quicker than a man, because it's inside of your body. A man doesn't have to deal with that. He has to deal with the responsibility of raising that child and helping and providing. So kind of looking in his shoes too, not saying it's right. And also, while you going out pointing a finger and blasting the black man, white man, or whatever man, try to help and support him, see what's wrong with him. Why is he doing that? And you talking bad about it is not going to help the situation out. So, and I believe it happens in other races too. I just think they don't say it. They don't complain about it as much. I think that some other races, like white races, they may have a man that comes in and just accepts those kids as his and don't complain about it and let it go. Because you know how you have your traditional white family, you know, happy, married, kids, dog in the house. I'm not being stereotypical, but I'm just going off what, you know, the television portrays the white family to be. And don't get me wrong, I'm not being prejudiced towards any race, because I love everybody, if you know me. But I'm just saying how the TV puts it out. So they want to keep it that way. Just like the TV put out most black people are thugs and they talk a certain way and they dress a certain way. That's incorrect. But that's how the TV puts it out. So that's why white people that don't know black people think that's how all black people are, and it's not. And if you talk a certain way, you're talking black, and if you talk proper, you're talking white. That's stupid. So to pretty much make this short, I think the black community complains about it more. So it seems like more black men leave their families than other races. And then the other races, I feel like the white or Mexican. Like Mexican, I mean, I never really heard about Mexican men leaving their family, because they'll go at home. Oh, that's wrong. They'll get a job and make money and send money back to their family in Mexico. You know, I can't talk for other countries like, you know, the Muslims over there, because really the way they treat their women is bad. It's really bad. So I can't really talk, but I'm focusing on whites, blacks, and in America. That's what I'm thinking about, and that's what you have: white, blacks, and Mexicans. Oh, to make this quick too, someone also told me that it's because of black people's heritage with the slave days, and that in the slave days the man would beat a woman, they'd get married, they had the tradition called jumping the broom, and then they'd sell him away and he goes to another family. And also in Africa, you got the men that have multiple wives, and so they think that it's in the blood of black men not to be so quick to lock down to a family or provide, because it's not in their blood. I think that is a bunch of bull crap. You can break that curse, just start doing what you have to do and wrap it up pretty much. So we're gonna have a caller in. I think I got my boy Keck on the line, and he's gonna tell us what he has to say. And the good thing about this, he's a white male that amazingly his father was the same way. His father left out. So we're gonna see what Keck has to say. So Keck, why do you think black men tend to leave their families more than families of other races?
I don't think they necessarily do a whole lot more than other races, to be honest with you. I haven't looked up the statistics, but if it comes down to it, it's got to always come down to money. There's no one's going to be rich and be like, I'm just going to leave my family, leave my kids, and not take care of them. Nobody does that. It always comes down to money. So then you got to look at the poverty line and see how poverty affects each race differently, and mainly it's the same. Maybe it might affect blacks just a little bit more and other ethnic groups, but at the same time, I still think it's almost even across the board for the men who leave their families. I don't think race really makes that big of a difference.
So are you saying?
What do you think?
So are you saying that in the white community that there are a lot of families where the fathers just leave? And do you also think that?
Yeah.
Do you also think that, or are more white people because it's not of their character to have a single house home, that another man will come in and accept their kids?
Yeah, I can't really speak on the whole coming in and accepting kids. I mean, I've seen it. It happens a lot more frequently nowadays. I mean, that's what happened in my family, because my dad left and some guy came in and accepted us.
Okay.
Does that happen in bad families? I don't see why not, to be honest with you.
And like you said, it may have something to do with money, because in every race, you have sexually active women and men, and they get babies at a young age, and sometimes, like you said, the poverty level and the I guess you say the medium income families may not be able to, and the kids may not be able to afford a child. So you pretty much, your point is just saying pretty much money. It may be the issue of why you think that.
I think it's mostly money. Yes.
Okay.
And then you gotta, you go all the way down to, who's having, more unprotected sex and lies, and who's better educated, who's taking the risk and things like that. But at the end of the day, what it all boils down to is money. Regardless of color, it's money.
Okay. Well, Cut, thank you, my brother. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem.
All right, man. And
have a good show.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All right, thank you, Keck. That was a good answer, and I'm glad we was able to kind of get an understanding of how both races feel about that topic, because it can be a controversial topic, dealing with different races. But you gotta be mature people and just take I guess you want to say opinions from people of all races, and not take it as being racist. I'm sorry. So I'm, everybody got to kind of understand what we're going through. Like I said, if you want to comment about this, comment. If you find it on Facebook, comment at the bottom of the video. And if you find it on YouTube, comment on the bottom of that. Like I said before, I prefer you to go to YouTube and comment on it and subscribe to this. And these questions are not my questions. People are asking me these questions. I will answer some of them if I feel like I should, and I would like to get people to answer it, for people can see what people think around the world, not just what they think in one city or whatever. So I would have, you know, I would have loved to hear from some black men that's taking care of their kids. But like I said, it's just starting off, so some people may not take it as seriously as it should be taken, but we're getting there, so we're not going to really worry about it. So I hope this helps somebody. Again, subscribe if you want a topic to be discussed. I'll be sure to get it on, and I'll try my best to do it. My next video will not be here. It probably will be in another state because I'm going on a trip. So we'll see how that goes. And the next topic will be, and this also was brought to my attention by a friend of mine, is why do black people, and I'm sorry, once again, I guess everybody wants to, this race thing is a big thing now, but why do black people blame everything on the man instead of just standing up and taking care of business and do what they have to do? Which I feel this would be a very, very good topic, because I got a lot to say about this. So stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in, and God bless, baby. And we will see you next time. Oh, I see y'all saw Sexy Red the other night, and excuse her, she gets a little out of hand sometimes. So that's a comedy you'll see from this show. I'm not sure if Tatalicious will be there a lot, but Sexy Red, she comes when she comes, and you just gotta take her as she is. But she's a funny lady. All right, so see you later, baby.
Nice. Yeah, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, baby girl, you're on. And once you're on, ain't no coming off. Shine so much the sun could take a summer off. Some of y'all don't know a butterfly from a moth.